What's up, guys? Brad here, and again, we're back with the Journey to Ungoro, my top 10 cards that I think will be probably the most played or the best cards. Probably more so just my favorite, also. So, this is obviously a matter of opinion, and it's mainly just for fun for myself. But I'm going to start right into it. We're going to start off with the Druid card. The Giant Anaconda, I think, is going to be a very strong card for the Druid. It's got very low stats, but the fact that its death rate will summon a minion from your hand with 5 or more attack makes this card to me um, kind of. It's going to be a gamble, I think, but I think that the gamble is going to pay off in the long run because um, obviously you just have it's just going to recycle itself even if it's another like 5, some other 5 attack minion, something that's just 5/5. It's still pretty good. I mean, it's kind of shitty because it could be cleared off by something as simple as a wrath or even a 2 drop. But I think the fact that it's kind of sticky, since the fact that when it dies something's right in its place will make it fun. Obviously, a lot of these cards I've noticed very vulnerable to silence. So I think silence you'll see will be used quite a bit in like priest or and obviously devolve and shaman too. But yeah, I feel like kind of rambling about this card. I just think it's a cool card. I don't know if it's gonna be as great as I'm thinking, but it's a gamble. It's a gamble card for me. So we'll go to the card. I think I'm pretty sure is going to be very good. Dinomancy, the 2 mana spell for Hunter. Now your hero power becomes give a beast +2/+2. So if you watched the Ungoro final reveal stream, that was on Twitch, I think it was like a day or two ago. Basically, this card, wow, I don't even know how Frodo ended up winning. The way the Hunter was playing it showed me that Hunter is really going to take a turn for the best in this expansion. I think you barely see Hunter right now on the ladder, but once you get into, I think this meta, I think Hunter is going to start piling up quick between just the 1 drop quest meta and on top of with this card where it's just buffing it nonstop. Seems like a lot of fun. I loved watching the guy play, and it got me really pumped for some Hunter. Even though I hated Hunter way early, back in the Undertaker days, but still, whatever. Now Mage here. We got Arcanologist, 2 mana, 2/3 battle card. Draw a secret from your deck. This is not as good as Mad Scientist, but it's so obvious this card's going to be played all the time in like Freeze Mage and whatnot. It's such a powerful deck. And then you just add the top of the fact that you're going to automatically draw your ice block on turn 2 to play on turn 3 or something to that matter. And it's a very powerful, great card. It's just throw in Freeze Mage, especially since I think they're losing 2 what is it, Ice Lance, I think. Yeah. I think 2 Ice Lances are going into the Ice Lance. I think it is Ice Lance is going into the Hall of Fame or whatever, along with like Ragnaros and Sylvanas. And if I'm wrong, then I don't know what I'm talking about. But if that's the case, I mean, it opens up a spot for 2 extra cards right there without even changing much. And this is a perfect fit in my opinion. Now I do want to say because of that, I haven't been following stuff too much and playing the game as much as I said before previously. If you see in the background completely different scenarios and scene. I just moved into a new apartment, so we are got a new area and whatnot. So been really busy in life. Hoping that I could do some stuff a little more often, but I'm gonna try to do as much as I can for videos and whatnot. So let's move into the Priest card. I don't know if this is gonna be the best card, but for Priest. But I think it's a very strong card, and I think that it's going to be a very fun card. Free from Ember, discover a minion that costs 8 or more and summon it. So, dream obviously is to get like Deathwing, 12/12 for 8 mana. So something to that extent. Now the negatives and the good thing is the discover. So which means you have 3 choices, which is pretty high chance of you getting something useful. Whether an 8 mana. I mean, you have tons of great cards at 8 mana, and then for whatever reason, when you get to 9 mana, it's a little more downhill. But still, even if you get just an 8/8 for 8 mana, it's still not bad. So excited to mess around with that card. I won't be playing Priest too much though, as Priest is not my favorite class. Now this is probably one of my favorite classes, and I know it's so cliche to pick the legendary, but the Sunkeeper Tarim, 6 mana, 3/7 taunt. Battlecry, set all minions attack and health to 3. This card is absolutely insane. I so excited to play around with this card. It's crazy. I think it's a very strong card. It's basically keep Voldemort to like on crack. It's such a fun card. I'm pretty pumped to see how the pros build Paladin decks, because I think Paladin has some good potential to be a great class. Now we'll go to another one of my favorite classes, Rogue. So Envenom Weapon, 3 mana, give your weapon poisons. This is such an awesome card. I don't know, I feel like this is getting kind of overlooked a little bit. I just haven't heard many people talk about it, but then again, it's only been like 2 days I think it's been played, on the internet. But still, to me, I think it's just such a strong card. I mean, you're looking at just your hero power. You can kill 2 of anything, as long as it doesn't have Divine Shield. Anything. If Ragnaros is still in the freaking standard, kill it with your your weapon. Guaranteed it's gone. Keep a board state. Such a good card. I'm curious. This is one thing I'm curious. Would Blade Flurry, Blade Flurry, would that kill everything on the board? So if he had 7 minions on the board, Blade Flurry, would that kill everything with that effect? I think they're gonna have to do a little testing for that myself, find out. But yeah, that could be an interesting little combo too. Now for Shaman, looks like the Elemental tag will be very strong in Shaman, and this Fire Plume Harbinger just looks like the key card here for also keeping the elementals. Because the thing, if you don't know, the thing with it is basically if you play an elemental the turn before, the next card will get like a little buff. So pretty cool. But one good way to keep doing that is if you have the cost low, so you want low cost element, and this will reduce all of them in your hand. Kind of like a Emperor Thorson for elementals for 2 mana. Shitty stats though, but still, it's more for the fact you don't care about the body too much. Now for Warlock here, we got Blood Bloom. Next spell you cast this turn cost health instead of mana, so you can have on I mean, I don't know why the hell you do it, but on turn 3 you could do Siphon Soul for 3 health and kill anything you want, which is pretty cool. But still, I think it's a very strong card. I'm a little worried about Warlock just demolishing and killing themselves with all of their dealing damage to themselves and using their health instead of mana kind of gameplay. But anyways, Warrior, also one of my favorite classes. I do not play Pyro Warrior, never have, never will. I've never been a person to play anything that is the top meta decks. I always play the most fun. I could care less about getting Legend. I just play this game for fun and enjoy theory crafting decks. That's pretty much what I do. And I think Cornered Sentry is a very cool card. I mean, it's essentially a 2 mana 2/3 with taunt, but if there is a way that you could Whirlwind, you could turn to this coin Whirlwind. I mean, that is a very strong play. Have a 2 mana 2/5 on the board. I think it's just a cool design card. I really enjoy it. Excited to see more, what they do with where you give your opponents cards or minions. I think it's a cool little thought. I don't think they've played into too much like Leroy. And for the neutral one, I picked Elise the Trailblazer. I think that just 5 mana 5/5, whatever stats, but the fact that you shuffle a sealed Ungoro pack into your deck, and then in the game for 2 mana you play this spell, which gives you 5 cards in your hand at random from Ungoro. It's just such a cool idea. I think it's gonna be so much fun. I don't think this is even close to be the best, neutral card, but realistically, I think the best neutral card is going to be Crypt's card that you reveal, the Spirit Singer Umbra, 4 mana 3/4 after you summon a minion, or its death rather effect. I think that card's just absolutely nuts. They probably gave it to Crypt on purpose because he has such a big following, but I think Elise just has the fun factor, let alone. Now, really quickly, since this is the last video, we'll talk very quickly about the quest. So if we go here, Journey Ungoro, so like Jungle Giant, summon 5/5, 5 minions with 5 attack or more, and you get Barnabas. These ones, I'm the absolute most worried about Mage. I think Mage is so overpowered. Cast 6 spells that didn't start in your deck. Here was Time Warp. So Time Warp basically gives you an extra turn. So you could play all your cards, then you hit next turn, you get to go again, and you have another 10 mana, and so you can do 20 mana on basically 1 turn worth of stuff, and that is absolutely fucking insane. I don't even know what the hell they were thinking. I know you're thinking this is gonna be. I think they should have upped the spells that you didn't start with in your deck. I think this is not the hardest quest to complete. Like, some of them I think are a little tougher. I don't think this one's very tough either. I'm trying to see which one. I think the Rogue one's kind of tough. Caverns Below, or playing 4 minions that the same name. It's kind of tough. Let me see here. I think the next easiest, like one of the easiest ones, is probably Druid. Summoning 5. You only have to do 5. It's not bad. 5 minions for 5 attack, and there's tons of 5 attack minions for Druid. But I'm a little worried about these quests. I think that they're very powerful, a little too powerful, and I think that it's going to make the game a little boring because everybody's just going to be like, well, all right, we got a Jungle Giants Druid. You already know what's coming. And, and then Barnabas is basically Aviana on crack. So, I think, I don't know, I think every quest is absolutely insane, though. I'm wondering how they're going to do it if you have to. Part of me almost thinks that they should just give you all the quest legendary spells, but I know that they're not going to do that because they can make so much money just on the fact that you buy them. But I don't know. It's going to be interesting. I'm not sure which. I don't know. Some of them seem like they're not the greatest. Like, I don't even know what the hell this one is really. The Nether Portal. Pretty sure the Nether Portal just like spawns like a 3/2. It's like, doesn't seem to be very great. But let me see here. Anyways, I'm not gonna have you guys sit here and theory craft and look through this. But thanks a lot for watching, guys. Have a great one. Let me know what you think about my thoughts on these cards. Hopefully it was fun. So have a great one.